$70 million.
Stop me. I dare you.
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is the movie podcast where we're talking sequels, and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor or someone involved that made the film worth watching. And the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, how it could have been better. Hope you enjoyed last week's interview with a Jersey guy. We love our Jersey guys. Casting director, Michael Testa. So it was pretty funny to be able to talk with him, and kind of the way I connected with him was because he posted a message from somebody about this sequel, Wild Things 2. Michael was talking about how he didn't even remember casting it because some of these jobs, you're on it for a few days, get the people in, and then you're working on something else. There's so many things getting casted at once. But man, I rewatched Wild Things. The first one, fell asleep. Not as good as I remembered. And I can't wait to talk Wild Things 2 with my partner. Well, is he my partner or is he going to stab me in the back? My partner in the sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing okay, Doug. How are you doing?
Yes. I think I froze. But
oh,
you asked me how I was doing. I'm sure that's what you're asking, right?
I usually do. You know what? I think I'm going to ask you. I'm going to respond myself from now on in a different way. Because I keep saying the same thing every time, and you know what? I'm gonna change it up when I can. So,
right. Ask very deeply personal questions and put me on the spot right on the top. But I'm doing good. Like, this was one of those movies. Again, I'm not gonna say this was anything great at all, but two things that I think were pretty wild about this movie was, first of all, how the hell are these high school kids? Like that. One casting by Michael was pretty amazing because this guy blew it up on McDreamy, Grey's Anatomy. Like 3 years after this, he became one of the main characters on that show. And also, talk about an M. Night Shyamalan twist. There's a lot of twists in this movie. Not gonna lie, I was fooled by two of them.
Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit because to me, I was excited about this year. You know, I got in touch with a lot of really
we had
great
Antonia
people.
Carlotta last time talking Bride of Frankenstein, one of the greatest sequels ever.
And we're following up with, now, again, we have a lot of people in the tank that we're going to be going through, and it's going to be a lot of good movies this year.
Oh, yeah.
But we took a major step back with this.
Well, anything would be a major step back from Bride of Frankenstein.
No, but even if we didn't see that, this movie was awful.
Oh,
you know, we've been doing this for a long time now, and there's a few movies, you know, that sometimes they're a struggle to get through. This, I'm putting it in that category. For me, it was a struggle to get through.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm not saying it wasn't a struggle. What I can say is when I fell asleep watching it last night, I thought I only had a few minutes left. And then when I'm scrolling through, because I didn't write, I wasn't knowing I was falling asleep because I usually write a timestamp. I'm scrolling through. I'm like, holy shit, I'm only at an hour? I thought this was over.
And you're saying that I don't remember. I mean, there's obviously some twists, but these twists are very similar, if I remember correctly, to the first.
Dude, it is.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so for you to say that they got you, I'm waiting. I mean, this movie. Okay, another movie has nothing to do with the original at all. Nothing.
Well, it's at the same high school, and it seems like it's only a few years after.
It's the same high school,
dude. It's the same opening scene. Different cops, obviously. They couldn't get.
Gosh.
Kevin.
Okay.
Well, Kevin Bacon couldn't come back. But you get the same opening. They're warning the kids. And you know what's crazy? And I thought about it on rewatching Wild Things, which, no joke, that movie was horrible. It's crazy. You remember it, obviously, for the one scene. But you remember all the twists in that one. And I think being a kid, and I think even for, my parents, it was wild to see, that many people that were kind of different genres in the same thing, like Kevin Bacon, Bill Murray, Matt Dillon was pretty big at this time. You know, there's something about Mary. And you had two of the hottest chicks in movies, Neve Campbell and Denise Richards. But dude, the movie was horribly shot. It had way too many fan boats, which this movie, way too many fan boats. This is our second fan boat sequel. Do you know that? Roadhouse 2.
Oh, you're right.
A lot of fan boating in that one.
I'm glad you're saying this because I was thinking about going back and watching the first one after this because I'm like, you know what? I don't remember. I mean, I remember obviously the twist and I remember the main story, but like, you know, it's always brought up. I'm like, you know what? I remember it being a good movie. So I'm glad you're saying that it wasn't as good as you remember. And so, yeah, okay, then, but this movie seems like it's basically just a remake.
It pretty much is, but the only thing this one does is what, again, sequels should do anyway. You gotta heighten it, right? The first one is just, oh, he raped me, which obviously that's a serious thing, but they faked in the first one in order to get the money, and then obviously, then crazy shit happens to people. In this one, it's like murder is the first thing like that happens. That's the first thing that happens pretty much, well, not right away, but you know, the other one, it's like kind of low stakes. You know, this one, somebody's dead, or so you think.
Well, this movie though, it felt like it was like a Sunday morning special, like one of those movies that, you know, like on TV. Like the acting was horrendous. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought the camera work. It just like it didn't look like it looked like a Sunday morning special. You know, one of those. Not I want to say like not Hallmark, obviously, but like just the way it was filmed.
It was like a sci-fi. Yeah, no, not sci-fi, but yeah,
sci-fi.
Not sci-fi. But I'm saying like it was very. No, I don't mean like the way those.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like the way it looks, it should be in a sci-fi channel, like that kind of cheese.
I guess sort of. It's like a lot of that lens flare because they want to be like, oh, this is Florida. But dude, I can't even get past the fact that they're high school kids.
No, I know
the shit that they're doing and the planning and so much that goes involved. And you're like, what the hell?
Well, and the way the high school students act. You know, again, you know, we both been to high school. I don't remember any auditoriums during like as principal speaking and everybody acting like they're like 10.
I know.
You know, it's like it's almost like very 80s high school acting, right? And then you have the tough girl, which she was so over the top trying to be tough. Like she reminded me of Stacey Dash.
Moody Caliente. I don't know what else she was in. Again, for not saying the acting wasn't great, but I think what they wanted was she was kind of like sort of delivering. It wasn't the greatest, but that was supposed to be her tough. But before we get into the school, so we start off with the fan boats. We meet Brittany sort of for the first time. She's doing the fan boat. And then she goes to like a memorial. And she's throwing flowers out. She says, "I miss you." And then we see the gators like eating the grass.
Okay. So a couple of things with this, and this happens a few times. First of all, she was shocked when the gator came out. She should know that where she is, there's going to be gators, right? Mm-hmm. But why is she doing this? Knowing the movie and knowing the whole thing, because this is not the only scene. There's another scene where she's like going to like the swamp again and by herself, and she's like, but again, knowing the movie and knowing the whole thing, why is she even doing this? It's not like anyone's around.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so like, it's so stupid. I mean, obviously that it's a way for tricking the audience, but if we're looking at it as a movie, there's no neat reason for her to do this when there's no one around watching her. You know, like, so yeah, I was just unsure about that. But
that's
again,
good. And I like that you held back though. That was good.
Oh yeah, well, I don't want to give spoilers yet.
All right, cool. So another thing that you could tell this movie was gonna be cheap right away too was the title card that came up was like something that somebody would just make in like on their computer, like a really old like Windows 98, because the way the image like it said Wild Things 2 and like followed her as the fan boat somehow turns into a sports car. And then I wrote, dude, she's a high school student? Because I didn't watch a trailer for this movie. I thought this was a set at a college.
Well, first of all, I think that parking lot scene was the exact same scene multiple times with the bridge where the kids are walking across the bridge. Yeah. I think it's a repetitive
reusing
scene.
The stock footage.
I think they are. It looks very similar. The same kids walking across, and the fact that she has her own parking spot.
Weird.
right in
Yes.
front. Like no one else parks there. I mean, yeah. So because she does twice. It's the second time. I think the one girl goes, "That's so and so's parking lot."
Yeah, that's
spot.
Brittany's spot. And she's like,
Yeah,
not anymore. And Maya's like, not anymore. No, two things about the whole relationship that we'll probably get into in a little bit anyway. But like, Maya knows Brittany from when she was like white trash. So she's 18. So I don't know how long her mom was married to the stepdad that made her rich and she has a sports car. But like, that's a pretty quick transition. Like if she was the poor kid and then a few years later she's getting a parking space. Could you imagine wanting a parking space unless she was bullied, maybe?
And like clearly her stepfather hates her. So why does she even have like why is he spending money on her for like the car and all that stuff? Like, like why is he even like live at this point if the mom's dead, because your mom died, why is he even spending time with her? Like he literally without knowing any of the movie, he's the worst father he could possibly be. Yeah. And he makes it known that I'm your stepfather, not your father. Like I mean, like
we get a callback to that. We get a little callback to that. But did you notice who the cop was? The main officer, the main detective?
I did not.
It was Lyndon Ashby, which I feel like we talked to a few people that worked with him, but he was the original Johnny Cage in the first Mortal Kombat. He was really good as Johnny Cage.
Oh, he was?
He was in a bunch of stuff. For him to be in this movie, I was kind of shocked. Because
it's not like he's a big name.
It's not that he's a bit, I don't know, but he wasn't terrible. He played like a dick cop that wanted to end the case right away. Like, we're not going to look at this. Yeah, normal. This is normal. Giant rats on a plane? Sure.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Don't even go about the rats. This is ridiculous. But it's like, it literally like, but everybody is doing so much more in this movie than they should be doing. Like, I mean, the insurance agent guy. Dude. I mean, like, I don't know. Okay, I mean, again, without going into details, I don't know any insurance agent that does as much detective work as this guy. Like, it's ridiculous.
Wait, but not even that. What he does is, like, I would sign up for a movie of a secret insurance agent, but the fact that he mentions that he sells the policies. So he's the actual salesman making sure this policy is legit. And the fact that there's a part later in the movie when a man is going to kill him, he hands over a business card with no photo ID or anything. He just says, I'm an insurance agent. Yep. And the guy puts his gun down. Where is the power of the insurance agent in 2026?
I mean, the veterinarian, I mean, he's doing
that guy's
way more
great, dude. He's a good character actor. He was on Curb. He's in a ton of stuff.
But again, no veterinarian does what he does in this movie. Like
no veterinarian.
So ridiculous. Oh well.
Well, you mean no insurance agent, but the veterinarian, he's a weirdo guy too.
No, the morgue guy, I mean, like, how does he get that job? Knowing his history, how does he get the job?
How does an insurance agent get access to a body? Like, that's, to me, crazy.
He literally we're not there, but he walks in there like random. I don't think you could randomly walk into a morgue while the mortician is working on, whatever study he's doing.
Yeah.
And all he says was, and the guy lets him stay there. Like, I don't think that works that way.
Pulling on a cigarette, that doesn't do anything to the body or evidence or anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wrote that down. I mean, like, clearly, I don't think you should be eating, smoking, or doing anything that could tamper.
Drug addict morgue guy.
But I feel like the main girl reminded me of Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Like, she kind of looked like her. And then the other girl looked, like I said, Stacey Dash. Like, they definitely resemble them. I don't think they, either one, I think I looked them up and like they really weren't in much, that I remember, like that I saw, but like,
I know they always are older actresses and actors to be in high school movies, and it's not because it's like, it's obviously, it's just the laws of being able to film so many hours. She was 28 when this movie was filmed, Brittany, the main girl, and then I didn't look up. I know, but it was crazy how old she looked.
Yeah,
and how corny was the kids weren't listening. The girls were flirting with the coroner was there. So was the detective in the corner warning about too much alcohol, doing all this. And I love they're like hooting and hollering, and the principal goes, "Hey, sorry for their focus officer. They're really thinking about this district volleyball game.
Wait! Hooting and hollering. They were hitting a volleyball around. They were.
I mean, they were so excited for the volleyball game.
Which is the next scene, which I wrote is like, do students really get that excited about a volleyball? Because the entire school ran out to run to the. I mean, ridiculous.
And there was no seniors. There wasn't a lot of seniors in there anyway. And then the extras, there weren't that many. And the volleyball was hard. Dude, for whenever in movies, sometimes they don't show full plays because they want to show like an amazing in the last one. Dude, one of the scores was the girl on the other team that's supposed to be like the other best district team. It hits her in the chest and she misses it.
It was awful. Like, I mean, but that's the big sport in that school.
Yeah.
I mean, the girls are in bikinis and maybe that adds to it. But it's just so ridiculous. Like, again, I feel like the over the top scenes in this movie, like they're trying too hard to. Like each scene is like, again, like this is like the sports scenes. Everybody has to get excited, and then you see the slow motion, and it's like, and then of course the rival girl, and always on her case, and like it just.
So here's a question for you. Like, I don't think there's an ultimate spoiler because we obviously mentioned that this is kind of the same movie. So the two girls are on it together. But do you
wait? Kind of the same movie.
The first one and this have pretty much the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, do you think at this point they're already in cahoots? The reason I asked is because during this game, she's like overtly hating her. And maybe she always does that. And that was just, it was easy to work with her. Like, I wonder how long this is in the works because even here, she's like, I want to put a hit piece out on you. I hope you suck. She's like, right? She's doing thumbs down to her while she's playing.
But she was like, so much in her face, and the other girl really wasn't paying it. Like, I mean, she was looking at her, but like, it's not like she had a problem with the other girl. The tough girl had a problem with her. I mean, that's a good question. I would have to think yes, only because you have to be because of the mom dying. That's immediately had to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think they had to be.
All right.
But that's why it makes it so bad because they're so over the top doing it, like their rivalry, that it's like too much. Like, why does she hate her so much?
It seems like they've always done it because wouldn't it be like, wow, she really recently hates you. It's your mom.
But that's what I mean. Like, so like, but like they don't explain why. Like they should have been something to say like, why do you hate? Like someone should have said, why are you giving her a hard time? Like you said, but like you're saying, maybe this is like she's hated her like her whole life or something. I don't know.
Maybe that's why. So no, I think each time we get to a new part that has a reveal, we'll kind of break into it more. So now they throw like this party,
or hold on, like every other movie, they were best friends when she had no money, and then the minute she got money, she left her behind.
See, that could be it because they did say we grew up on the trailer park together.
So that's probably what it is.
Maybe that's, no, I think you nailed it.
Okay.
So now she has a party at her house. She has zero interest in partying with people. Her friend, who I thought was going to be like more of a part of the movie, disappears at like an hour. You don't see her for the last 30 minutes. She's forgotten about. But like the balls of the friends going to this house, right?
Okay. First of all, she like you said, she wanted no part of this party, which had about 100 people.
More people than the volleyball game. I'd be like, where were you guys supporting
absolutely.
us?
So
it was like a house for a weekend at Bernie's, right? It reminded me of just how big it was and how boxy it was.
But it was like, it was packed with like everybody doing everything. Like, I mean, again, of course, you got the topless chicken fights and all this, like you have in every movie. Like, if she, like, why is she even having this party when she literally did? I mean, like, if you're in the mood that she's in because her mom passed away.
Yeah.
You really need a party that has 100 people because now I think she was complaining at a point like everybody's out of control or something, like they have to get out of here.
Well,
like,
somebody had the balls to put
I know,
do a face on her dead mom's portrait.
That was the dumbest thing. I mean, like,
that guy was the worst. He was the guy that worked at the newspaper, right? He was one of the guys that were talking to Maya in the stands.
It's probably, but I mean, like, what high school? I mean, listen. we've been to parties. I know things get destroyed and everything in a high school party. I don't think anyone would ever do something stupid like that.
Yeah, that's bad.
Like writing on a picture.
To the rich girl's house who's going to throw more of these awesome parties. Wouldn't you be like, oh, I'll pick up after myself. You have a great pool.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that you're doing it in front of everybody. Like you're not even hiding. Like you're literally like a 5-year-old drawing on the wall. Like that's what you're doing. And they have to know that the mother passed away. I'm sure it was known throughout the school. So you're going to draw a mustache and eyeglasses on her picture? Like, so
it's
stupid.
very recent that she died. We don't know exactly how long, but I guess we'll kind of guess when we discuss more later. But how about when the stepdad comes home? I forget what else he's in, but I feel like he always shows up in movies or shows and he's the same kind of sleazeball. But I love how pissed he is and he, get out of here. Get this kid out of here. And he goes to a young blonde. And he goes, hey, you could stay. Which would have been great if that we saw that like pay off in the morning, like she's there. Oh, hey, Brittany, I'll see you in class.
Well, I mean, it is. But now you think about it, it is a high school student that he's saying it to.
Well, how old's the coroner guy?
That is true.
And you didn't watch the end, so I'll have to reveal something.
No, I did.
Okay,
I think, but I don't know.
There might be something that you didn't see, but anyway,
I probably didn't. Yeah.
So now this is when he goes to Brittany. He's like pissed at her. I'm away I'm going away in 2 days, and this is the shit you pull. That's trash. Like mother, like daughter. And then
But that's what I mean. Like he seems to hate her. Like he really does.
Why would he give her a car or anything?
Why is he even dealing with her? Why is he not kicking her out of the house?
Yeah.
Like, he has no loyalty to her. So why? Like, I mean, again, unless okay. So this is very similar to her going out, to the memorial for her mom.
Yeah.
You have the dad acting like that, but no one's around to see it. Again, it's to fool the audience, or
but I don't know if it happened. See, yeah, no, I know what you mean. But like when at the end of the movie, when they try to tell you like what happens, you don't know if it could be the next scene is when she starts planning everything.
I don't think so.
Because I think it's after she sees the bookie guy beating the shit out of him. That's got to be it. Because she wouldn't have known his money troubles. He has everything. He has planes. Everything's fine.
Well, okay. But wait, he doesn't have money troubles because, see, this is what gets me. I think he owed like, what, 7 or 17 million? What was it, like?
Did you see that scene in the deleted scenes when they were playing the poker? He has a full house and he puts it down. And the other guy who's
scenes were there?
It wasn't even deleted scenes. It was just piecing the story.
I know,
something we could guess. He was just a bad gambler. The other guy who was like roughing him up, he goes, that's a great hand. How much are you down to me? 3, 4 million? And he goes, yeah, that's what I am. He flips his cards over. He has 4 of a kind. And he goes, oh, is this better? What do you owe me now? 6?
But okay, so what does he owe? 7 million, I think?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay. He's worth $77 million. That's what the girl
I know, but
gets.
that could be just like assets and stuff you can't touch.
Okay.
Company shares, right? One of the things is company shares.
Because she gets a check for $77 million, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think it works that way where you just get a check. Like, then you can just walk around. So she's basically walking around with a check for $77 million. Like, it's so stupid.
I know.
So that's what I mean. Like, I don't think why is he making a big deal about a $7 million? Like, he could write that off in 2 seconds if he's worth $77 million. Like, but all right.
Yeah. And then I love that lady too. We'll get into her later, but perfect casting of the board. The board of directors at the place.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But so now we get, and then we see the mom. This is where we see the mom die.
Well,
the flashback sequence.
Is this before she sees the video of him being roughed up? No, this is like
that's after. It's like the next scene, right?
Oh, I thought it was that same night.
Is it the same night or the next? Oh, yeah. I guess it is the same night.
It's the same night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember she obviously seemed annoyed at him, but then when she saw that, like she seemed concerned.
Yeah.
But again, if that's the time that they decided to do this,
I think it was after this, right? It might have been right.
I guess it has to be. It has to be because why? I don't know.
Yeah. It seems like that maybe. You're thinking like murdered, and then she's like sleeping. She gets woken up by the commotion. She walks down the stairs and you hear glass break, And that guy just leaves, and he has a bloody nose.
But see, but that's the problem with this. Like there's a lot of stuff that happens away from other people.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to decide if like it's the plan was before or after. Because I think
It must
I don't
have been
think
before. I was just thinking about it. I just looked at my next note. He leaves the next day and crashes.
Right. So he's not gonna come. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it was but that's my point. I don't think when they made this movie, I don't think they were thinking about that. Their idea was, all right, we're gonna just, bring the audience for a ride, even though it doesn't make sense that they're doing these things behind the scenes with no one else watching.
Yeah, I never thought of that no one was around, like, for the
Everything.
personal stuff, especially the beginning. That one's pretty wild.
But even here, if
that's
her like running over to him, the bloody nose and concerned, like if this was playing before then, that shouldn't even care. Like that should be part of it.
Yeah.
Because obviously the guy goes to jail, but like why? And then he's talking nasty to her. Why would he talk nasty to her when no one else is around?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
He's into that. Well, he does do something on the plane later that makes me think
I know.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's in the plane. We see the plane start jerking, and then we cut to Brittany is telling her friend about the bookie and the money, and then this is where we get what the hell was it? Oh yeah, dude, this is where they have practice. So they just won districts. They party. Next day's practice, and then they were doing like slow mo, and then it's like, what's better than slow mo? Creepy director. Oh, how about we get shower scene on the beach?
And you realize that they wore the same outfit for the game that they wore in practice.
Yeah.
Like literally, like it's the same.
That's our
exact
color, guys.
outfit. That's
even for practice. We can't. You don't wear your own bikinis. You wear team bikinis only.
And the shower scene was in slow motion.
Yes.
Like they had the hair going back, like a shampoo commercial. Like that's literally how they were doing it.
Vidal Sassoon, herbal in the shower for another half an hour.
And then you have the creeper like staring across from the bridge.
Yeah. Oh, that was Julian, right? That was the doctor.
Yeah. The guy,
Yeah.
No. That was the guy that roughed up the father.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then he follows her at the house, right?
Yeah.
And then he's
yeah,
at the
yeah.
house already. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wild, dude. He was standing on the bridge, right?
Yeah. For a while, and like she kept looking back, and he's looking, and then of course when her friend got there, he was gone.
Yeah.
Like
And he's like such a big guy.
Like I mean, like I wonder, is that how bookies work? Where if you don't have the money, you go to the daughter. If there's no one around, like you start beating up the daughter. Like I mean, like I don't know if they would do that. Like I mean, I don't know. I first of all, if anything, I think it would be a conversation, maybe.
Conversation with the daughter?
I just say, hey, listen, this is what your father owes. You got to somehow find out. I don't think he's just going to go there right away and start roughing her up with a knife or whatever. Like, I mean, like, yeah, ridiculous.
But what if she's like, I'm not helping you? And then he's like, oh man, I didn't want to have to hit a 18. You're 18? Wait, what? You look more like 28. So now how about when Brittany gets called in the office? And I know it's not funny, but she's like, oh no. The last time you called me in the office is when you told me that my mother died.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Like ridiculous. Like
that was rough, man.
But stupid. Like, but it's like I don't think they would do it that way with a room full of people. Like it was like like I think like they would call it around an office and maybe like maybe the principal would have one-on-one. I don't think they're gonna do it like that. And it's just so stupid.
They draw straws. Who's gonna tell her dad's dead? The janitor. I don't think the janitor should tell him.
The janitor.
He's got the mop in his hand. He's just mopping in the hallway. She's like, "Oh, what'd you want, Randy?" Remember your stepdad? Yeah, he's not alive anymore.
Brittany, please come down to the janitor's closet.
It's very small. It smells like turtles. Oh my God, dude. So now we meet the best character of the movie by far, Isaiah Washington as the insurance agent. And it is crazy. I know we kind of alluded to a lot of what he does earlier, but dude, he right away, he's like in the detective's ass about this case. Like
he's also, you notice he's very sweaty throughout the whole
oh yeah
movie. Oh, I mean, like, I mean, there's a couple scenes where he's dripping wet. Like, I don't like. He's just they made him very sweaty through this whole
Yeah.
thing. But like, he literally has access to so much. I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think so either. But what's crazy is he's so smart for like 75% of the movie, and then it's to me that kind of like kills his character, because I get it. Obviously, you have to have as many twists as you can, but to me, his was just like, I feel like that was Kevin Bacon in the first one.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. That's basically what it was.
So
And,
the cop they exchange oh, erase that, scratch that out, put insurance agent.
Listen, if you break down again, and I haven't seen a movie in a long time, but if you break down each scene, it's literally, if I remember correctly, almost exactly. Just again, maybe tweaking a title or tweaking something, but it's literally the same exact. I think twists. I think the same kind, but just in different ways. It just like there really wasn't that much creativity in it.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I did like, and later in the movie is how his demise.
Okay.
Like, in the car. Like, I thought that was pretty creative, but that's the only thing. But anyway.
So now we find out, like, that they're talking about what happened. Oh, yeah, plane went down. Normal plane crash. But they found rats?
Okay. So this is a big part of the movie.
Oh,
like,
dude.
just the rat talk, the swamp rat. First of all, is a swamp rat different than a regular rat?
Yeah, they are. If you ever want to watch one of the most amazing things, I used to love Insomniac with Dave Attell. They did an episode in New Orleans, and he was drunk, and he helped the local cops shoot nutria, which are giant rats, and they like mess up the sewer system.
So they're huge? They're huge rats?
Yeah, so he was like, shoot them. So they kind of remind me of this. But the thing that was funny was this was ridiculous enough, but then later in the movie, when we hear one of these, that was so stupid.
But of all things to take a plane down, they thought the best idea was a swamp rat.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we've done this so many times with Gremlins and everything else that if we were in a boardroom and we came up with 50 ideas of how we're going to make this plane crash, I don't think swamp rat would make it in the top 1,000.
Yeah.
Like,
that was their only choice
rat.
of, how can we make this look like it's not fixed, right? No, like not.
Well, they just like, someone tampered with the brakes or something, like, not that there's brakes in a helicopter, but like something like, cut the wires, whatever. Swamp rat, like, first of all, has that ever happened that a swamp rat goes into a helicopter?
Wouldn't you think the most common thing, like you would Google search, obviously you don't do it on your computer because they'll find it. You Google search at the library, like, hey, what's the most common reason a plane crashes? And then do that to your plane. I don't think swamp rat's probably like one time every 10 years. And there's 3 of them. And there was
I don't even
3
know.
of them.
I know. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And to find out where they came from is
that was the dumbest thing.
So
and how that would like almost put 2 and 2 together. Like,
I know,
dude. When the
gosh.
vet, we'll get to the vet in a little bit when we get to that scene. That was nuts too. So now, so Lyndon, I got his name now. It's Detective Morrison. He shows up to high school. All he's doing is just oogling the girls. There's a scene of him just looking at all the chicks, and then this is where Brittany finally gives the surveillance footage to the cops. And then they are able to see him, right? And then they find him pretty quick after that, right? Isn't he arrested? He's arrested on the news, like right away. Yeah.
But like, would they like? Why is he would he be allowed to go to the high school like that? I don't think so. Like,
there were some creepy cops in my town that used to hang out at the high school.
Yeah, but if you're, I don't. To me, like, I would think like if I'm in like high school, I mean, freshman, sophomore year, and I see like a cop walking around the hallways, I'm gonna be nervous. Like why? Like I think it would trouble some kids. So like I don't think they would really do that. They could again call them down to the janitor's office or the principal's office and then talk to her. Wait there or something. Yeah.
So how about when they're doing the will hearing, and she finds out she's only getting $25,000, and how about the board of director lady? A lot of people live really well on $25,000 a year. I'm like, dude, this movie's from 2003 or 4. Like,
yeah, what's $25,000 at that point?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But I mean, like, doesn't that seem? I guess I wonder if that happens. Like, guy's worth $77 million, but he's only given $25,000 to his stepdaughter.
Oh yeah, they can set
Like
up
that-
what your things are in the will. This is what you
I
get.
guess it just so
He didn't
it's
like her anyway, right? So
That is true.
that's
So
the way to
you
get
know what?
back at her when he dies.
She's lucky that she even got that.
Exactly. She has amazing house. She'll still have the house. Oh, well, yeah, no, she does still have the house.
Well, it's fun. Like she was so upset at the trial. She was crying, and then the minute she found out the 25,000, she looked like. But again, she really legitimately looked mad. Like, she put on a good show, but the wheel was in motion at that point. So I mean,
I know.
So okay,
Which is crazy when you think about it now. Like, obviously, I'm not going to watch this movie again, but us talking about it is like rewatching it. So it is pretty interesting this way. But so here, we only mentioned a few things about Terrence Bridge, the insurance agent. I forgot he has a handler in this. He has that woman that he calls.
Oh yeah,
Not handler, but she's like his I don't know.
yeah.
Q sort, not
Yeah,
Q.
yeah.
It's not like he's getting gadgets, but like asking for information. I need you to find out all you can on Niles Bridge, blah blah blah, or Niles, whatever his name was. And then the next scene, he's talking to the rat guy, the vet, trying to find out, hey, what this could be. I'm like, he's an insurance agent.
But that's what I mean. Like, so he calls her. Is she able to get that information? Like, she works in the same office as he does.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
he doesn't have it. You got to think you're not Googling on your phone back in 2004.
And let's be honest, he does a better job than the police officers there.
Oh,
like he literally solved the entire thing himself. I mean, he did get a little help from the vet, but he would like the cops weren't doing anything. Like, you would think that the cops were involved in this because they were so laid back and doing any kind of solving of anything, because he was bringing them. Like, every detail, he was telling them about it. The cops weren't doing anything, yet they weren't involved. So, like, they were just a complete mess and not helpful at all.
That would have been the perfect twist, because Morrison, one of his first lines too,
it would be too close. That would be too close to the other one.
Yeah, but But what he said to Bridge, the insurance agent, he said, "Yeah, it's gonna be open and shut case," and like that was the first line he said to him. Hey, why are you even here? But so now we get Maya again. The wheels are in motion at this point, right? So she comes in and she goes to the editor and she's like, "Oh, you got to make this headline. That ain't selling papers. This will sell papers." And it said like, what did it say? Like fire crash by something like that. Looking for an heir to
And
I'm like, I thought the newspaper was probably free for high school. She's worried about selling papers. Like, this is what, again, I guess she had to stay with being a bitch to her, but it just seemed like it was getting worse and worse to like cover this up. Like, seeing her and like trashing her and then even going to court. Like, that whole thing was nuts. Like, when that happened.
Okay. I mean, first of all, it was ballsy.
But
second of all, she seemed shocked that they wanted to do a DNA sample. Like, she thought she was going to go there and say, "Hey, I'm his daughter." Oh, okay. Yeah, here's the check. Like,
to defend the movie, not the movie, but to defend you thinking that's the way it went. They were asking questions about the dad. No, my mom worked there for 5 years and she got pregnant. Everybody said, "You think it's legit?" And then the guy's like, "And we're going to have to do a DNA test."
Well, and that's what I was saying. Literally, I wrote down.
That was the next day. Remember, they closed the hearing and then mentioned the DNA the next day because the crowd was getting too rowdy. Order! Right. Okay, we'll start this up tomorrow. So they were going to have a whole new hearing based on her just saying my mom worked there.
Yep. But that's what I mean. I wrote down, like, until they gave us that, I was like, they're not going to ask for any proof at all, like nothing, birth certificate, nothing. And then he comes out, but she seems shocked that they wanted to do anything. Now, was that an act? Because she knew that the coroner, or did they pull the coroner in at that point and say, "Listen, you're going to be doing this test. We'll give you some money if you do it right." Because like she really did look shocked that they were gonna check that. I wonder if their plan was just them two and like, "Listen, you pretend to be the daughter, you get the money and we split it," and not thinking that they're gonna have to ask for proof or DNA.
No, she already had that because when you watch the deleted scenes, they were already the body.
See, I didn't see that.
She already dug up her dad's body.
before the court case?
Yeah. Or unless it was that night, but they were ready for it. They had everything all planned with the doctor was already in on it. So they already had him hooked. Because I think
but you don't know that if you don't watch the end scenes, right? Like, so you're thinking,
you can just guess that, but that's like the end scenes like tell you, oh, okay. They dig we knew they dug the body up because when the insurance agent went there, the dirt was like fresh.
So they had a scene the night before the court case, like them discussing.
They didn't say what it was. All they did was they were digging the body up. They're like, she's like, "Hey, Dad, nice to meet you, asshole." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because remember, her dad was like a deadbeat.
See, I fast forwarded that scene when she started digging, and I'm like, "Oh, this must have been like some kind of blooper." I'm like, I don't have time for this, so I didn't watch the whole thing. I just skipped that part.
They put bloopers in movies like this? Do they ever do that? Mostly comedy.
The whole movie's a blooper, so it doesn't make a difference. I mean, I think they just. I mean, again, a movie like this, if they have a blooper that's actually worse than what's in the movie, I don't know.
You know, one of the best actors in this movie was the judge. He was in a ton of stuff. I feel like he was in a Seinfeld or one of those, but he was in Rudy. He was one of the coaches in Rudy. He's one, hey, Rudy, get in the game.
Yeah.
So but he was like pretty good in this movie. I'm like, all right, cool. I should ask Michael about like, that's pretty cool to cast. Like when you're casting a movie like this, you're not going to be able to get like those big people, but he's a good character actor. Like I feel like he was in the Bruce Willis, like when he's the swamp cop in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he's one of the guys in that movie, like one of the other cops. But,
you mean another fan? Wasn't there a fan boat in that one?
Yeah, there's a fan boat movie with Sarah Jessica Parker and our buddy was in that movie. And then a couple of years after we interviewed her, she was the first ever Asian actress to win a daytime Emmy. Oh my god!
There you go.
I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, so now one thing that was really great was the handler. So T's handler on the phone, she uttered the phrase, and I forgot what she was. She was talking about Niles because he's a womanizer. He's seen more pussy than an animal shelter.
But how does she know that?
Internet. Yes, the internet that wasn't that broad that would have that activity, like, oh yeah, text messages, or oh he's got this dating app or something. In this, she's like, yeah, I guess I just. How would you find that out that quick?
That's what I mean. And she's also an insurance. I mean, she works at the same place. Like, I think like
it's Flo.
Like,
that's Flo.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So, yeah.
Insane. And then this is where we find a tidbit that made me think like, okay, this is going to come back later. We find out Brittany can fly. She doesn't say it. Somebody else mentions that. I'm like, okay, so this is going to be happening, right? Like,
well, it's funny. I don't even remember hearing that. So, like, does she fly the plane at the end?
Yeah. She's the one flying the plane at the end, yeah.
Okay.
So now now it's time for the DNA test, and this is where the coroner is getting ready to do it, and that's when the insurance agent comes
and I
up.
wrote that's what I wrote down. I'm like, he just walks. They allow a stranger just to walk in. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine. First of all, no one stopped him on the way down. Like, how does he even get down there? I'm sure there's like, I mean, are they like, where are they at the hospital? The coroners or are they at police stations?
Like, it should be at the base. Well, I don't know. I think it's at the basement of a hospital, right?
Why is that to be the basement?
I feel like they are connected sometimes. Because if you think of, what is it called that we covered with Tex Cobb in
Fletch
Lives? That is definitely connected to the police station. And other movies, I feel
that's what I mean.
Dude, I feel like Night Shift with Michael Keaton and Henry Winkler. I feel like that's in the bottom of a hospital.
But so is it always in the basement? Like, is that like why can't it be on the top floor? Like, why is it always? Why is it always in the basement?
Somewhere where the lights are not getting the full electricity and they flicker, like in Final Destination with Candyman, and it's like the lights flickering. It's like, shouldn't the best lighting be down here? Where not saying zombies are real, but if a body does come back, I can want to see them.
No, you're right. And everyone, like Jason Goes to Hell. It's always like a creepy, like it probably is in the basement. I just want to know why they throw them in the basement. Like, is it like, like is that insulting? And
in part 4, right? Remember what's his name from Police Academy? He's the coroner, and he's like hooking up with a girl watching TV with a dead body. It is, dude. I would love
always the
yes.
the weirdos, the creepy guys. They're either smoking or eating. Like it's like they're always doing something that you shouldn't be doing, where they're going to be tampering with any kind of evidence.
Dude, I would love a documentary series. Maybe somebody's listening to this and can pay us to do it for like a Netflix or something. And it's just about tropes. Every episode you pick a trope. And I would love the first episode to be like scummy dirtbag coroners. Like just have episodes of them putting sandwiches on the bodies.
No, what they should do is do the tropes and then go to real morgues and then see, is it accurate? Like start interviewing a couple of people and see if, are there sandwiches down there? Are they like, because I think that would be, I think that would be interesting to interview a bunch of, more guys and see, like kind of what they do and, how they are and see if they all have that weird personality. Like you got to be kind of weird, I think, to deal with dead bodies and cutting them open and doing all this stuff. You got to be weird.
They're always weird characters. They're rarely cool characters in stuff.
And they usually look like mad scientists sometimes with the hair crazy, like they're not combed. Like it's either like or they're usually overweight and eating, or just like, again, just things that like they do things like, if I'm going to work in a morgue, first of all, I mean, I think I'd be creeped out, but like, I don't even think I could eat. Like I wouldn't.
No,
like
I would
how
eat
can
in that
you
room.
even
I feel
think
like I'm
about
eating
eating
the body.
It's just weird. Like weird.
No, man. So the coroner's like, again, smoking cigarettes in this room. And when the guy comes in, he lets out like a gasp. He's like, and you're thinking like, oh my God, this guy's guilty. Like right away, you're like, oh my God, he's definitely in on this. Like so easy to guess because DNA's involved. Obviously, he has to somehow be involved in it.
Well, he was so nervous. Like, I mean, like over the top nervous.
Yeah.
They
tried to play that he was an addict, but he was doing the drugs. It's not like they were like, hey, you better be good and then I'll give you the drugs. He was like doing them at his desk.
Oh, yeah. He had the whole pill bottle on him, like ridiculous. But again, if you know anything about the first movie, you already know this guy's guilty.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they are flirting, because I mean, again, wasn't there flirting? Was it Matt Dillon they were flirting with in the first one?
Yeah.
I think right. So again, same movie, so without even, if you saw the first one, I'm already thinking this guy's without a doubt part of the three.
Yeah.
And then him acting so over the top nervous, confirmed it.
Yeah. So I think I jumped ahead before. But this is when she comes home and the guy's in her house. He pulls the knife on her and says, "You owe me $7 million. I'll be back in 3 days." And then he like creepily kisses her, which was weird as hell, dude. Insane. Yeah. And then this is where I'm like, again, I forget she's a high school kid. She's like drinking, like sipping on wine, like a mom, right?
I wrote that down. I go, there's no high school kid that's drinking
you're slugging wine in high school. You're not
my gosh. And if you're having wine at all, but you're not having it by yourself either. Like if she's like, a high school senior just drinking wine, like elegantly, just, but then again, she's, in a house with a guy that was worth $77 million. They have a different lifestyle. so maybe wine is,
that's normal. You put that in your sippy cup when you're that rich and you're in like a Bernie Lomax like house. So, so now the animal, the vet, when the insurance guy goes to meet him, he finds in the body of this thing that looked completely electrocuted, the stomach was intact. He found like a piece of a wine cork. And he goes, it's 20 years old, a trendy red. And you're like, are you kidding? Like, I understand science, but this vet has the technology to find out how old the wine is and what kind of wine it was. Okay.
My guess is if a vet has to do studies like that, they send the samples out.
I hope so.
Right? They're not going to figure it out themselves.
But
like,
that quick?
a vet. No, but forget that quick. I don't think they have the education for that. Like they could dissect, the animals, but they're not going to be able to figure out things like they would have.
You don't
to
think
send
the guy
samples.
that lives in the same place as the vet office?
Well, it is like in a swampy area, so they probably don't even have a lab. So I guess it's probably.
I love that when he goes there, like during the day, that one scene, it's like, oh, this looks like a normal place, and then he goes there at night, and you're like, oh shit, this guy lives here. He looks like he lives with the animals.
That is true. That is true. All right.
Oh man, dude. And then so the wine thing. So now she's at her house. We see Brittany. She goes downstairs because she hears something, and Maya's there, and she trips over rats. And there's a rat cage, and you're like, dude, what the hell? They have that bad of a rat problem, giant rat problem, and they're catching them for this plan
in a multi-million-dollar house. You're gonna have her. I don't think millionaires have a rat problem.
I hope not.
No, I would think not. So, but the fact that okay, so they have a giant rat problem. At what point did they think we're gonna use this rat to sabotage a helicopter?
No, dude.
Right? I mean, did they have the rat problem before they decided to, or like they're like, you know what? Let's bring rats to the house.
Yeah.
We're gonna what made them think of the rats? Like, I wonder if the rat was there first or their plan was first and they got the rats.
Hey, we should call a rat guy. No. We'll infest our basement. Our wine, you know that expensive wine that I have that somehow everybody knows about? Because 3 characters in this movie talk about the money I have and the wine collection I have, and then they can eat that really expensive wine. Like, it made no sense.
Made no sense. And let's be honest, these are high school girls. I don't know if they'd be too comfortable with those big rats.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't be, So,
I
mean, the fact that they're comfortable trapping and taking care of these rats, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And they're running around their feet, and they have no problem with it.
And then the doctor shows up, and we get the same line that Denise Richards says in that's
really?
the exact same line, because it's like we're only going to be, this will be the last time we'll ever be together or something until the money. And so that's it. And I'm like, why the hell would they meet at her house where there's cameras?
So wait, so they were high school in the first one too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, so Matt Dillon was supposedly as old as Denise Richards' mom in the movie, the character, because she's like, "Oh, why don't you come and call me?"
Isn't that crazy though? Like when you think about it, like those movies, or I was thinking the other day, the Stray Cats came on. She's Sexy in 17. Is the name of the song. It's just so weird. Like some of these things that they, had in the past, like I guess when Wild Things came out, I don't think anyone really thought about they're high school. They're just two hot chicks, we know they're not really high school.
That, right? I guess Porky's was college, but what? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She's a high school
Porky's
girl.
was high school, I think. Gym teacher.
Okay.
I think it was high school. I'm
so
always positive.
Dude, Fast Times, Phoebe Cates. I know she's a senior, but doesn't mean she's 18.
Yeah, but that's different though, because there was high school kids. We're talking about a police officer and what was the other one? Matt Dillon. He was a teacher.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, you're talking about the age gap and the. I'm
talking about the age gap. I mean, yes. I mean, they always have the high school. I mean, American.
But
Pie
they always say
stuff.
they're seniors, which is obviously you want to make sure that it's legal for the movie and obviously for real life. But they point out hey, we're here. This is a seniors only meeting.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, dude. So now we have so the smoking doctor, they have that threesome, and then the insurance agent he follows Brittany, so I guess the next day to the site where her mom died.
That's what I mean. So she goes to there. Why is she going there? She doesn't know, now if we know that she saw him and she wanted, that's fine. At least let us know that she saw him. But the fact that she just goes there on her own and she's sitting there literally in peace and quiet makes no sense at all. At all.
Yeah. It's so stupid. Unless she's like, I want people to really see that I'm hurting right now because I'm only getting $25,000 a year, even though I have this big mansion.
And is it is there I mean, I guess it's not, I don't know if it's a law, but you're tailing a high school student? Isn't that kind of I mean, isn't that is this, if she reported that, I wonder if he got in trouble for that, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. And then the fact that he's like, hey, they found rats in his plane. And it's like, and then I guess Maya has a hangout at the library, their giant library at their high school. And she blows past an old librarian and openly is talking. Dude, why?
I said the same thing. And she was loud,
yes.
you would think hey, we got to go into one of those rooms or something like that and shut the door. Literally in between aisles, they're having this conversation. So stupid.
And then we find out they're like together.
Wait,
Obviously,
by the
they
way,
had a threesome.
why is Maya even in the library? She looks like she does not read a book. So, like, the fact that she found her in the library is, that's questionable as well.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize they were into each other. I thought, like, okay, they had the threesome the night before. And then this one, she whispers, like, I want to F you so bad. And I'm like, what is going on?
Wait. You didn't think they were into each other, yet they had a threesome the night before?
But I didn't think they were into each other with just each other. That's sort of a difference.
Okay. They were hugging and kissing when they first stepped on the rat in the basement.
Oh, they were kissing before each other. You're right.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Step on a rat, bare feet. Let's make out. Yeah, I forgot about it. And then how about like, dude, when the coroner goes back, doctor, whatever the hell his name is, Terrence stops by, the insurance agent, and he talks about like, oh, did you, from his medical records, he had, what was it, like, not hay fever, but scarlet fever, something like that. And it's like, yeah, so he might be sterile. And they're like, oh, yeah. And it's like, dude, could you imagine if they didn't think about this in the whole plan? Is this guy sterile? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Especially
Ridiculous.
knowing later the whole twist.
Yeah.
Which I think we're almost at an hour here.
Well,
like, he's involved. Like, he is alive. So he could tell them, like, hey, guys, this might not work because I'm sterile. I can't have children. Or he just never knew that he couldn't have children, maybe.
No, it's again, I don't think they thought about any of these things. I just think they were just looking for, like, the shock value, the twist, the turns, without reality of, like, some of these don't make sense, So, doesn't he talk to the hillbilly guy with the shotgun?
Well, not yet. That's like the next scene. So
okay.
This is where he's still grilling him, and he's like, oh, Harvard man, but a small town coroner. Odd. And you're like, I don't think it's really that odd.
That's right. This is where he starts he's really panicking.
Yeah,
now.
He's really ripping. And then when he leaves, that's when he starts ripping those pills. And then and then he shows the coroner's at the trailer park.
Yep.
And Maya is talking about the insurance agent, and then you see him looking, and you're like, holy shit, dude. Like, they respect him. They respect insurance agents in this world. They're the most, like, it's like officer, FBI agent.
He's not acting like an insurance agent. He's acting like he's doing more than the police are doing by far. So, yeah.
And then she's getting ready to bang the coroner guy. He's like, I don't think I'm going to get through this. And she starts strip teasing.
Well, I think it was her way of, like, trying to calm him down, like to distract him.
Smart.
But it doesn't work. So, I mean, because one minute she's looking to have sex with him, the next minute she's looking to kill him. So, I mean.
Yeah. She has no patience. They really all have no patience with each other. I guess that's what happens when you're trying to backstab everybody. You're like, all right, let's do the backstabbing earlier than I wanted to.
But let's remember, like, she's a senior in high school.
Yep.
Who has no problems with any kind of killing at all.
And she has her own trailer park by herself, dude. Her dad died. Like, we find out from the redneck guy, oh yeah, he's buried, like, right around here.
But that's the thing. Like she's not a killer. She's, like, obviously she's in like the trailer park, and she's trying to make money, but she's not a killer yet. But yet has no problem with killing. Like, immediately, like, not even hesitate. The other girl seems like she has a little hesitation, although she goes absolutely nuts with a knife later, like when she makes it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So then now we find out. So then right after this, he finds out, oh, the dad's buried around here, her real dad. And then I'm like, dude, they're on cell phones now discussing killing the coroner, like killing Dr. Haynes, and you're like, what the hell, man? Like, it's like something maybe that wasn't thought about then. Like, oh, it's very odd that two people that hate each other are calling each other. It's not like they were burner phones.
No, the hating is done already. They've had sex
I know, but I'm saying
now.
for the cops or something. That's what I mean. Like, to use cell phones, like, that's so stupid.
You think this movie is thinking about logic?
No.
Like, things like that?
The insurance agent, baby, he's on it.
This movie, like I said, it's all about the twists and turns, and they're not thinking about actual reality of what they're doing. So, so I don't think they were thinking at all of phone tapping or anything like that. First of all, they know the cops are not doing anything anyway. So, like, what are they worried about? Like, the only really concern is the insurance guy.
Yeah. Who now discovers that I mentioned earlier, but there's fresh dirt on that grave. So he's like, fishy. And then how about, like, again, Maya, you would think, like, again, I guess she has to stay being a bitch and the way she is. But, like, when she gets the money, she's like, $70 effing million. And I'm like, oh my God, why would you do this? Why?
Well, I don't think she's staying a bitch. I think she really is. Like, I think her personality is exactly what it is. But like I said, I don't think they will hand out a check when you're inheriting money. I don't think you get it all at once. I don't think you get it as a check that you can literally walk around with $77 million in your pocket. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but they
cashed it and then sent it to the Cayman Islands right away. That was the whole thing, is they were scared of getting caught, and they were going to leave because they wanted to make sure they have access to it. But then Brittany at this point, because the house, I guess, is in Maya's name now, and they were playing this up, she has like a ton of boxes in her room. And it's like, it seems like you guys are gonna go do something with all this money. You're bringing your shit with you. You have all this money now.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. And then again, where were they? How long are they planning that for? So, like, maybe they were, was she boxing it up a while ago? Like, just like, what if they were going to go to search the house and they see all the boxes there? Like, are they?
Hey, where are you going?
So yeah,
yeah. Especially there's cameras and there's all that. Oh. Yeah, and it makes zero sense.
Did the insurance guy go to the swamp yet?
Go to the swamp yet?
Remember, he met with the police officers. They were looking
no, that's not yet. That's in a little bit. That's after the Julian thing, which is coming up. But how about, like, when he does like the quick internet search on the doctor and he finds like some shady stuff on him, and he's like, all right, this is like,
he lost his job and all that. Well, then again, I question, how did he get the job? Because all he had was negative crap about his profession. So who hired him for the job he's at now?
Or, again, I don't remember in one of the deleted scenes at the end, or whatever you would call it, like fill-in scenes. Maybe her stepdad had connections. I don't know. They never said how long he was there.
Yeah.
So maybe it was that, like, hey, we're going to put this guy in here.
Maybe he only goes there when the real coroner is like not working, and he sneaks in there because clearly
he's sleeping in the thing with the bodies.
Right. And then he comes out, so like he puts on an act when someone is there, something like a George Costanza and Kramer would do, because clearly anyone could get down there at any time. So maybe he's not the real coroner and he's just pretending to be.
That'd be amazing. He hangs up the picture, like the degrees every time, and like has a box and swaps everything out. But how about they have that weird like meetup in like the boiler room? And then she's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to show you to see it. The only thing about Maya that they definitely played up every time, they're like, we're going to make you so sexy. And even Brittany, they're like, we're going to make you sweating, because she sweats a lot too in this movie. I guess the weather in the Everglades, people are sweating. But when she's like showing her how to shoot a gun, and then you're like, oh, and then in my head, I'm like, dude, Maya's going to make it Brittany want to shoot the gun and shoot him, just like pull the trigger that way. And you're like, holy shit. But dude, that scene's crazy. When he's like, hey, you just almost shot at me. And you're thinking like, oh, okay, it's going to be like they're playing it off like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to do that. She's like, no, I did mean to fucking do this. And starts like chasing him.
She's nuts. And I thought what I thought she was doing is trying to set Brittany up. But because now our fingerprints are on the gun. And
me too. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking she was doing. Like, she's the complete mastermind and she's setting the entire thing up.
Which would have made sense if that would have came up, like, the gun, they found the gun. Oh no, now you're going to jail, Brittany. I'm going to leave. And then they start double crossing each other. No, you're right. They should have done that. Oh man. So now I'm like, at this point, like, it's kind of fishy, like, for another murder to happen. Like, wait for the money to clear, do something with this guy. But no, you like get his truck all muddy. Like that was so stupid. I'm like, it's all over the car. Like, her fingerprints are all in the car. Like, if they do obviously fingerprinted, they're like, oh shit. Hey, we kind of know like what's going to find out. And the way they found it was wild, right? That was crazy. He finds the plant and he's like,
but that's what I mean. Like, he's willing to walk in there, like knowing what's there.
Yeah.
Are you're talking about the swamp, with him in the swamp?
Yeah. Well, no, not when he gets to the swamp yet, when he's at the house. Remember when he's going to break into Julian's house, which he is like a master lockpick.
I thought you said when he finds the thing in the swamp. Oh yeah, no.
No. He finds it on the car. I mean, that
Okay.
leads him to
I
where
got
to
you.
go
Yep,
into
yep.
the swamp.
So, would an insurance agent go into the house like that? Also,
Did you see when he took the keys out? When he took the lockpick out, and even when he was going to put it away, when she pulled up, well, he thought Julian pulled up for a second. And he's like, whew, he like a switchblade. He like closes it, and then he jingles his keys, and that's what makes it sound.
He breaks as many rules as they do. I mean, like he literally again.
Insurance agents have no rules.
Well, I think at this point he knows it's a scam, and do you think he's planning on saying, you know what, I want in on this? So like I think that's why like he's taking a little bit more risks because he's figured. I think he figured it out. You know, with all the most recent clues, and I think that's where it is because he knows he's on there.
I didn't think about that. I didn't think with like what we eventually get to. I didn't think about him thinking about that already at this point, but totally possible.
Okay, I don't think he. I mean, knowing the end, I don't think he just all of a sudden thought about it. I think as he's getting closer, I think he's got to be like, all right, you know what, I need in on this, you know, and that's so. That's what I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. So now we find out Maya's dad's body got cremated. So oh shit. And then this is where the scene before the insurance agent is at the house is when they're getting rid of the body. And remember the cop comes up, Maya pulls up and she goes, Oh, sorry, officer. Oh man, my car broke down.
Is this where she goes, maybe you can give me a jump?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, fine.
And he's like, oh yeah, get in the back. And the worst part was the back door's open. When they pulled up, she was able to open the back door.
I was going to say, in a cop car, you can't open the back door, right?
From what I read.
Once you're, the what?
From what I've read.
So, yeah, the fact that like he trusted her. Well, first of all, why would he put her in the back? If he's going to take her somewhere and he's not suspecting her or anything, wouldn't he put her in the front seat with him?
There's usually, some car cars don't have that front seat because they have that giant computer that's there. So maybe.
From what you heard.
From what I've heard.
Okay.
On the internet.
I know you can't open that back door. So, like, the fact that she just opened it up like a regular door is ridiculous.
So stupid.
Okay.
And then the fact that Brittany drove Julian's car, like that, again, I know you had to sort of get it back to his house, but if you bring it back to his house, then people are going to think he's home. I'm sure a neighbor or a friend is super nosy is going to be like, hey, Julian, what are you doing, man? Something.
Of course.
But I guess maybe they thought, hey, maybe they can, for a day and they could be away in time. But it just the timing of it, that the insurance guy was at the house, then he's able to find out like, hey, this is where it came from. And then that's where he calls the cops and he has them meet at the
swamp.
Which that scene was so stupid too.
It was. And what I was saying before is like, you know, when of course, the cops couldn't find anything. They literally are useless in the entire movie. They don't do anything. But like he sees something and he's walking in that swamp.
I know.
No way. Like, you know, like you already know there's alligators in there and all that stuff. You're going to walk in there just because this guy is taking his job very serious for an insurance investigator. Like, you know, I don't know any insurance investigators that would really go as deep and crazy things that this guy's doing.
I agree, but I think what you just said a few minutes ago, like he's probably thinking about the score. Like at this point, he's probably thinking, which I don't know if that's true, right? Because what if they did find the body? Then he kind of like
he lose all the money,
them, right? Then he ruined it. Then he would get nothing. He would get the insurance money back for the company, but nothing for him.
Maybe he knew. You know, maybe he knew the body wasn't there.
No, because you really think that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of why would
I can understand if the cop was like hot on the case, but Morrison was already on an old lady getting robbed, I'm sure.
Right.
So why would he risk about it?
Yeah, but why would he risk bringing the cops there if they could see the body?
That's what I mean. I think after this happened is when he really fully craps out and says, you know what, this is when. Because how dumb was this too? Like obviously the gators ate that's why the mom obviously went there. Yep. But like the gators ate Julian. Okay, he's gone. But like somehow he was bleeding on this one spot of this root of a tree.
And he was able to see it? Because, well, don't forget, they gave us that like history of this a specific tree that lives in a swamp.
Yeah.
Then which
He gives us a little thing, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, it soaks up everything, including blood. I'm like, what? Like, I get everything, but say including blood. I'm like,
so stupid.
So
dumb.
Really dumb. Okay. So now we get, so then this is when, right?
This is near the end.
This is when he's at that. Oh, yeah, dude. So this is when the last line that Morrison says to him, you're done, man. That's what he says. So you're done as an insurance agent. I'm like, what is this? Like,
yeah.
Shit. But no, dude, when he's at the house and he's sitting there drinking, and you're
before you see him, she's like, what'd she say? Change of plans or something like that? We can't go forward with it or something. You don't see him yet.
Yeah.
See, and I forget what she says. And then she goes, why? And then, how did she not see him sitting there?
Yeah,
like,
I know. That was stupid.
They're literally talking right in front of him.
Yeah. And he's like in a wife beater. He's relaxed.
Oh my
he's
gosh.
getting drunk. The pool table's perfectly racked. Like somebody who's ready to play a game. During all this chaos, they're like, hey, you want to play a game?
Small talk. But how can he trust these girls when they just murdered? That he knows they murdered someone, and he's trusting them like completely this entire time. One leaves the room. You don't know who's coming back with a gun. Like, and then he's talking to Maya for a while. Like he felt way too comfortable with them that I would think like I wouldn't want to leave my sight. Like I couldn't trust either one of them.
Yeah, and in his eyes, there's been 2 murders, right? He
Correct.
thinks 2 murders until a little while down the road.
Right. It's true.
But dude, even at this point, I'm like, does he have like a recording device to like give this to the cops? And I'm like, why is he drinking too? Like he is with 2 people, like you just mentioned, like that murdered before.
Yep.
But when he is walking out with just Maya and Brittany walks off, when she's like, I'm not giving half my money. Because at first he's like, I want half. She's like, great. All right, fine. We'll give you half of the $2 million. He's like, no. I want the whole score. It's $35 million. She's like, hell no. And then Brittany's like, I don't want to give my half. She leaves. And when they're walking out, I'm like, he's going to get shot from behind. And then lo and behold, she comes out with the gun.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's no way you would trust her to leave and like think everything's okay. And he's like, he's BSing with the other one. Like, yeah.
That was insane when she comes out, and I didn't expect her to shoot Maya because I'm like, this other guy, you don't really know. Maya is, she'll be as crazy. Like, she's in for this, right?
Yeah.
And she's sort of in love with you. This guy, you're going to have to split the money with or something. And then you end up shooting Maya? That made no sense to me.
It does make sense because if you think about it, he wants half, which means they get a quarter each.
A third each,
or 30. No, they get a quarter each because he's getting half.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get a 20%.
So they're splitting a quarter. So she can't do anything about the insurance agent. So if she kills Maya, she still gets half.
Yeah. I'm an accountant too. That's great. That's great math. Great math for forever being recorded.
But that's why she kills Maya.
Yeah, that's true. But this is nuts, right?
Oh.
She was going to go from, again, I know this is like the underlying thing they're going to do anyway, but in the will, $25,000. Another thing that's dumb, which we'll talk about. Oh, we already talked about it. He's alive, the stepdad. If they were going to do this dumb plan, why not update the will, have him update it and say, hey, she's been a good kid since her mom died, blah, blah, blah. Let's give her this. He dies, like they did. And then she gets all of it or something.
Yeah.
It made no sense that it was like, he's like, maybe it was known in town that he didn't like her. So that's why they had to keep with that, like in the will with the 25,000. But yeah, dude, shoots her.
How about the fact that she kills 3 people in this movie?
Yeah.
She's a high school senior who kills 3 people.
Yeah. Insane. How about the line when he calls the cop? Was that a real phone call, you think? Because that was dude, I think it was. Honestly, that would make me think. Like, I wish he would have brought that up when he was interrogating him, because he was like, hey, I'm calling to apologize for earlier. Yeah, see you on the back 9. I'm like, what?
Well, I think
it's at nighttime. Are they going to play golf tomorrow?
But
is that a sign-off?
The only reason
line?
I think it was a real call is because the fact that saying I apologize earlier, she has nothing. She knows nothing about that. So why even say that to the cop? Right? Like, he would have just said, I'm looking for so-and-so, chief. I got something to tell you. Like, to say something like, I apologize for earlier. Really,
well, he was trying to think of something, a reason to get off the call without saying something. So I guess that makes sense. But for him to be like, yeah, see on the back.
Yeah, I
nine.
know that was a little stupid. That was yeah. He doesn't have the relationship with the cop. It was just so that was dumb.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, and then how about when when they get pulled over in the car? So Maya's body is in the trunk of the car, and then we find out something else has slipped into the front trunk, which is that was even dumber because how quick did she have to cut the VHS tape to just have him saying, I'll do whatever I can, and then it cuts out, and they're like, that's evidence, you're arrested.
But you know what though? But like I said, I think that was smart. Like again, that was a good part to say that she stepped down to rat on him while he's in the car. I thought that was pretty good. So
how about the cop not pulling him over right away? Like he's just sitting at the light, not turning, and he's laying on the horn.
Again, these cops are awful. They literally done nothing the entire movie.
Yeah,
nothing. So.
And the 911 operator is pretty horrible too because she's like, "Oh hi, police. I was just I just saw a guy. He has a dead girl in the trunk," and she's like, "What? A dead girl in the trunk?" And she's like, "Yes, a dead girl is in the trunk." Oh man, but he screwed up, dude. Like really, that was on the insurance agent because not saying he would have. I don't know. Maybe if he asked for less money, this thing would have went smoother. Like, hey, give me $10 million.
He got greedy, but he trusted way too easy. I mean, this girl just killed her best friend that was in on this, and you're still gonna trust this girl? Yeah. Like, and the minute she wanted to get out of the car, why was she getting out of the car again? To pee or something, or no?
No, she just wanted to get out. So
she's
like, I dare you to chase me. Because then she thought like, oh, because the cops behind me, I'm free. So she's basically
right.
Because the money's going to her account, so she gets to
right.
She knows where it is, how to access it, and then she knows how to fly a plane. And how about when he put that together, like in the interrogation?
Oh my gosh,
he put that together, and you're like, holy shit! And then in the later, then after the credits are going, because what's the last shot of the movie? Her flying.
Wait a second, we're going to talk about her stepfather.
You see that before the credits? Definitely 100%?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the last scene is with her and who she meets up with on the island.
Oh, they do show that. Okay.
That's before the credits.
All right,
so but yeah, so I mean, we also see the insurance agent figure out that the father's still alive.
Yeah.
And but the cops are not believing him. So that's the next scene where you see the father.
What a twist. For him to be alive, to me, that was good.
No, that was a good twist. But what happens in this scene is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Because they zoomed in on those newspapers earlier.
Correct.
To show that headline. So, and then the fact they did the old double switch. Oh, fine. I'll give you my parachute.
Correct. But she gives him time to leave that spot where he's standing because she's literally discussing what she did in his parachute. And he's saying, you wouldn't do that to your father, would you? Or something like that. Like, how about step away from the door?
Stepfather.
But step away from the door and then have a discussion. She just told you there's nothing in your parachute. Why are you still standing there?
Yeah.
So, that's on him. He had a chance to walk away.
Dude, he smacked her in the ass.
Oh, but to see him falling with all the newspapers coming out. So even though he was falling, he still tried anyway. And you see all the newspapers flying.
He's like, hey, maybe she forgot which one she had.
Stupid.
Insane. That was really an insane. And then I'm like, that was an insane twist. But dude, the fact that mom was alive to me makes zero sense. Like, so you're telling me she faked her own death in anticipation of him getting into bad gambling debt, and then the daughter would get the money to be able to do this whole thing?
That's the thing. Was the plan in motion once the mom faked her death? When did she bring the friend on? And then when did she bring the stepfather on? Or was the stepfather part of the plan? Oh, wait, no.
No, his stepbrother only is doing this because he's in debt. He doesn't want to fake his own death.
I think he had to be. I think he was involved in the entire thing. He probably knows because they're flying probably to see the wife.
No, I don't think he knows. Because I don't think he knows she's alive. No,
I don't know about that. Because then how would she set this up? Again, like you said, with the debt and all that stuff. I think it's all part of it. I think he had to because it would make no sense. Well, the whole movie.
But he's
doesn't
only
make sense.
doing it because he's in debt.
No, I know that. But is he, or is he trying to? Because yes, he is doing that. But at the same time, like, how is the daughter planning? So she's planning two things: the one with the mom and one with the father. Two separate things.
Well, the father she was going to kill anyway.
No, I know that, but the father and her had a plan, obviously.
Yeah.
To meet on the airplane. So she made a deal, like a plan with the father, how he's gonna pretend to die.
Yeah.
The mom's gonna pretend to die also, and they
the
don't
mom
know about
died
each other.
unless he was like abusive, but they didn't really talk about anything like that to get away.
Well, she said something about her stepfather with her, or something like that.
Ah,
like
okay.
the way he treated, or something like that.
But
so
that just made zero sense to me that she was
I know.
alive, and I'm like,
I know.
wait. And I wrote one day he'll lose a poker hand, because in that deleted scene he's playing $1 million poker hand in a very tiny room, and it's just him and the guy. And
It's only him. Wait, it's only two people?
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous. A really
my
tiny
gosh.
table, really tiny room.
Oh my gosh! Like, so it's not even
insane.
a group of people. It's just him and her.
And then the next scene was, I wrote, the daughter, who was a high schooler, convinced her stepdad to fake his own death. He hates her, but somehow she was able to convince him. To
Oh,
fake
they
his own
showed
death.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't
It's
see
the
that part.
conversation. And then he was banging Maya.
I didn't see that either.
Dude, he was banging Maya in a
Oh
scene.
my
I'm like,
gosh.
wait, so he's like 60 and he's banging a high school girl.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of these, because the only one I saw is the burnt body in the helicopter.
Oh, when he put the glasses on the guy?
What was that?
Well,
Like,
that was the body they needed to be his body.
Oh my gosh!
So when he
stupid.
jumped out of the plane, because he does a lot of jumping out of planes.
Okay, so that one, and then I saw the last scene with the mom, that the daughter's poisoning the mom.
Dude, I wrote that because she goes, they make them, oh, these are strong. And she goes, they do make them strong out here, don't they? And she gives a look to the camera.
And she gives
and
a
you're
look.
like,
So, like,
what?
is that what they were saying, that she poisoned her mom?
Dude, I know.
Oh my!
After all of this, then she poisons her mom? Like, that would make
Well,
no
she wants all the
sense.
money.
Her mom's dead, according to the government. She's not getting anything. Right? Wouldn't
Crazy.
that be the case? Oh, my God.
Crazy.
So that was Wild Things 2, Jamie. I don't know.
You know my answer. Don't even ask. It's not worth watching. You know what? You might be able to find these clips.
Watch the end credit scenes on Tubi.
In general, the movie's awful. I thought the movie was awful. The acting was awful. It's there's so many like things that don't make sense in the movie. Absolutely not watch it. I mean, again, for you to say that the first movie doesn't hold up, and it has Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon, Nev Campbell, and Denise Richards, that just tells you how bad this movie must be then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't watch it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was not even like fun bad, which is not good. It was, there was obviously some stuff from it that we talked about. It was fun to revisit, like seeing the insurance agent, like to see a character.
We also didn't talk about
insane.
the insurance agent in the hotel room in the white towel where it looks like his junk's about to fall out. Like he's sweating up a storm in this scene, you know. So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh man. But I think we're gonna get a little bit better after this. So we're going from Wild Things 2 to now we're actually completing a series. Which, have we done that before? I guess for movies that there's only 2 of them, but I think this is our first past 2 film group that we're going to do all the sequels. Psycho 4. And for it, we talked to the director, one of my absolute favorite people ever in the world because of the projects he's worked on and what he's done in horror, and even just being a curator, a lover of horror. His podcast, Postmortem with Mick Garris, I went back and listened to a bunch of them after I chatted with him a couple weeks ago. Just amazing interviews because he's a guy that does it and he's interviewing people that do it. So it's amazing to hear just like the inside baseball talk about films and just the projects he's worked on over the years. Working at the Star Wars office, he operated R2-D2 at the Oscars in '77 on the red carpet. Obviously being involved with Hocus Pocus, The Fly 2, the early drafts of those movies, directing Critters 2, which is one that we covered before. So we did some little behind the scenes stuff on that. He had some awesome stories from that movie.
Did you ask him about using a dog in Fly 2 as an experiment?
I didn't. I don't know if that was in his draft. That and Hocus Pocus, which is pretty wild, and he talks about it like openly. He wrote like the early drafts of those movies. So like even in Hocus Pocus, the one thing his character that stayed was the Doug Jones character was one that he put into the early
I never watched Hocus Pocus.
Oh my God, you got to watch it. Great movie. Great cast, good. But no, and then we talked about his connection working with Stephen King, and then eventually like how he was working at the Spielberg office and how that happened, and working on Amazing Stories and being like basically it was his series that Stephen put him through with, and that was just from him doing like these making of the thing, making of Videodrome. But yeah, Mick was a lot of fun, dude. Really cool guy. And he was in the Thriller music video. We talk about it all. Very cool. So, yeah. So don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. And don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.